Hey, welcome back to the Metropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is currently the 29th of March, and we are in the casual lobby of Jinteki.net playing a deck that I refer to as Hitchcock, because it will unleash the birds. We're trying out Los. Los so far has actually been way more fun than I would have expected. This is somebody who wanted to try their Corp deck against us. It's also running 54 cards, which makes me a bit skeptical. And this hand is not brilliant, considering Siffer early is not fantastic, and these cards have nothing to pair it with, so I guess we can mulligan. Thanks, you too. God have mercy on my soul. Oh boy, that's not good. So now we do have a bird. Forge activation order is also really good early because in theory we can forge the HQI, see what we need to siphon if we drew it, if we draw into it. We're not running a lot of recursion. Mind you, this deck is not like totally polished just yet, but it looks fun. So we're gonna try and figure it out. Also, misplays might be abound because I don't know what they're doing. Ooh, they drew last click. That's never great. So Forge is actually really interesting because we could like figure out what this is, or we could wait until we siphon them in the low end credits and then we can forge their other ice and then hopefully it trashes. Aaron is early is really good. We also probably want to overthrow to get our paperclip in the bin. Oh, there's a siphon. So actually we can consider like putting down Aaron. Let's see if we'll get down to Aaron. What's the chance that they score a hostile takeover from hand and then we can go like straight to siphon town? I think we can just click for credits. Next turn we'll forged. And then we can basically special order into our answer. And we don't want to forge now because then they can be like, oh, they can re-ice the thing. So I guess that's kind of a... Oh, we should have drawn. Oops, we should have drawn to throw out a paperclip. Ah, that's totally goof. Let's see if that matters. It might actually just matter. Considering they're likely to have barriers that end the run more than they are likely to have anything else that ends the run. Oops. So yeah, Los has been kind of cool. Like this ability is not that hard to get that value out of, considering you can derez cards. Not that yeah, there you go. Not that unlikely. Like it's not unreasonable considering that you're running the bird breakers, which as long as you have Sahasrara, Ice Analyzer, and the other person, compromised employee, it's not unreasonable. So now it's harder to siphon them. That's 100% for sure. We could, in theory, forge this, and then they'll have probably less credits than we could go HQ. Jemison decks, if they're running like a mixture of agendas, sometimes they get 3-pointers just stranded in hand. And so it's nice to pick them up. They kept their hand, though. Oh, that's fantastic. Now, yeah, let's go see what this is. If they don't res it, we'll probably just get some accesses, maybe get some tokens on here. And it's a Veritas, so that's good to know. So they spend 4 credits, we gained 1. Not too bad, and now we know that it's going to be kind of rough to get through in there. We could also now consider running HQ, and at 2 credits, I don't think there's anything that kind of bones us. Siphon's not that bad. The worst is they just res an Ice Wall or Vanilla or something like that. That seems like a lot of fun to play. That he has been. So I actually think we can maybe get 2 accesses here instead of throwing out our paperclip. Oh, yeah, Marumati. Great. So actually, yeah, it's fine that we probably didn't. Anyways, now we have our answer here. So as soon as they click for credits, we in theory can siphon them like a very low value siphon for 3, which is not fantastic, but we've now put them on 0 credits, which makes it very hard for them to do anything. And we could consider just sure gambling in. I think what we probably want to do is get enough money and then just get our like golden down and start derezing this thing. The problem right now is I don't actually know the math on the bird breakers by heart, so I can't tell you how much it costs to derez this. So you have to give me a second thinking to quickly Google golden Netrunner to see what it costs. Sorry if that white screen suddenly got really bright. Yeah, it's kind of blinding. So let's see, because that's ideas if you get too low. Okay, so golden breaks that Veritas for 6 credits. Fuck my shit. No, never. Why are we doing this? Oh, breaks it for 2, 4, 6, and derez for 8. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, that's why you run Cipher. So that's something. This card's also kind of annoying. With Saker, what do we break this? We drew for 5, 6, 7 to derez. Okay, so we need to kind of get our... That's what we need. That's the kind of card that we need. And oh man, so good now. So if we play both of them, we can't gamble, so we'll just kind of take it slow. We also got money for Link, so in theory, we can just let the Trace 2 here fire. If we don't break everything with Golden, it's not like we're going to go through this, though, so it's kind of rough. And give me a hostile. That's a hostile. Fantastic. So not only do we have Aaron tokens, We can probably put down compromised employee and go straight siphon. We probably can. Like, the worst thing they res is an enigma, but I'm down to take that risk. Because even if we do siphon and they res this, we gain 4 credits and they'll probably spend some money. So let's do it out. And we have bad pub, which makes it a lot easier to install our paperclip, which is, wait, how much is our paperclip to break this? I didn't even consider this. 4, 7 altogether. But we're gonna get maybe 4 credits. Oh, fantastic. And this is such good value. So boost for 3. Because we're gonna get free card draw, which is really good right now, because the one thing we wanted is card draw. And now we can actually consider de-resing and punishing the Veritas. Because we have these, and that makes it 2 credits cheaper. In theory, you want to draw our Shahasra, or even Ice Analyzer. So run ability 100%. We draw these up. That's really good, actually. We can probably just power shut this down and run in once. And then they have to res this again, which means we get 4 more credits. And that's kind of the power of Los. Like, it's so fun. It plays like Leela, but in a like less passive way a lot of the times. Because a lot of Leela decks are like they don't want to res ice because it's scary. Watchtower. Oh, that's good to know. But again, if they res that, it's a 6 credits. Like, it's a 4 credit swing for them. Then we gain 4, so it's an 8 credit swing. Boom goes the dynamite. The plays in Los are so fun. And now they also have to keep 4 credits to res this. And if they res this, I actually don't think it's that bad for us. Nice, they have alt-art hedge funds. That means they donate to this to Netrunner DB, which I think is always a great thing to do. I think actually we just face check into this. Like, I don't think it's that good to pull out our breaker, just because either of our breakers break this for not a lot, like a lot. Sorry. So let's see if we draw an Ice Analyzer. Another Aaron's not great. Career Fair is good eventually once we want our money up. Notice like we could have Temujin this whole time, but we didn't need the money, so why bother? So let's see if they res here. And the best thing they could possibly do is res 1 ice per turn. We also know this ice here they didn't res when they had 8 credits. So what the heck is this? Is this an archer? And now, like, it's sometimes a bad idea to res this thing. Oh, and look at that. We just gained 4 credits. So even if this thing robs us, and we have recurring for the link, like, we're not breaking this for that much. We could actually consider putting the Temujin on here, but then we're giving him credits, which kind of sucks. So +2, and we don't have link, but it's like we have link, at least for 1 trace per turn, which might be just good enough considering you'll want to run at least once a turn. Better lucky than good. Cyberdeck's Virus Suite. We're not running viruses. And I'd rather have them draw that than anything else, so they can have that. And in theory, we could consider putting down the Saker and de-resing this thing, but this is, like, if this was a, what's it called, a spiderweb, we'd be in a good spot. The fact that it isn't a spiderweb sucks. And I think we just throw out the Aaron Moran. What's the chance they're playing MCA Informant? Let's just throw out the Aaron Moran. The only thing is, as soon as we put down another, like, reasonable breaker, I don't think Paperclip's that big of a deal. We also had bad pub. This is probably the Watchtower. And Watchtower. Now we have to do thinking again because we don't know the math on Peregrine, Netrunner. So Watchtower is 3 strength, so this probably breaks it for 4. So 5 to install, that sucks. Oh, it's 3 for 3. So it breaks it for 4, 5, 6 to de-res. And when they res it, we gain 4 credits, so that might actually not be terrible. What do they pull with Watchtower? I'm not actually sure. Ooh, Legwork's kind of good. Yeah, Legwork's probably worth firing now, because if they res this, we get money too. And the only thing that stops us is like, if they res an Archer to trash this, so be it. Yeah, I'm good for this. This also could be a Mouseless or a Watchtower, but if they res that, also a huge credit swing. If they trash any of these cards with net damage, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we already have technically 1 breaker. And it's a Swordsman. Cute. So that's actually probably a very bad res. Actually losing that's kind of rough. Right, because they res this, pay 3, we gained 4. We gained 4. We're not running AI. This card's actually better than at least a look. 1 card. Crushing it. That's funny. Cronus Project, that's great. More Aaron tokens. So they're running 1-pointers. Or maybe they just wanted to run this. Friends in High Places, that's a safe include in most decks. High Risk. Oh, that's not good for them. That's bad for them. And we now have a surplus of tokens here. We know what we need to count Siphon. This also is something we consider de-resing with one of our breakers. Like, I think now Golden de-reses this for 4 to break. We're in a good spot. I don't think we need to rush anything. Ooh, and that we could have drawn earlier, but definitely worth putting down. Because now, like, we run this, they res a watchtower, we gain 5 credits. Like, this is so good. Los has been a lot of fun. And admittedly, like, asset spam matchups, you don't really have much to do, which obviously sucks, but, yeah, what do you expect? We could also consider like, Temujing up to get enough money that we can consider just, like, de-resing stuff over and over again. That's great. That's actually a really good draw. This is actually how it's going about how I anticipated it would. Power shutdown's also really good, of course, because we de-res this, they have to res it again, and it'll be the 3rd time they res it, let alone we get 5 credits when they res it. Technically 5 credits. I think we can just drop once more. That's good too, and we'll just put this down so we get the card draw started, because we're now in like a really good spot. I'm not that worried, like they could play technically Sacrifice, which actually I don't know if it's implemented on Shinteki.net as of date. But they could play an Operation, or sorry, an Asset and score something out of hand, like get a 4-2. They've also haven't played Advanceable Ice just yet. So that's not too bad for us. And there we go, that's our golden. And again, like we said, our golden breaks this for... Golden breaks Archer for 2, 4, 6, 8. It's honestly not terrible. We have our whole suite of ice analyzers, so now like resing stuff is actually pretty bad for them. Okay, well I guess we'll just get the full suite of these. So every time they res now, if they res an ice, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards when they res a piece of ice. Oh, that's good. And I think the best thing we could possibly draw here is a Sahasrara. Forged is great too, for obvious reasons. If we can make them res a Watchtower, or they trash it, either way, we're happy. Especially if we forge an Archer, like that's absurd. It's absurd value. We just want the Sahasrara, or at least res something so that we can install like our golden for the first time for 2 credits. This is good. Our card draw is actually working out, and I think that's the worst part of this deck so far. So, advance, advance. Alright, okay. So, we can just forge what this is. If this is a trap, that's kind of an issue. I also don't care that much if they score a 3-pointer. Like, let's see. If this is a trap, what could it be? None of them really matter. Right? Trash programs doesn't matter. Let's get this down. Let's forge this. Maybe it's an Archer. And that's why they're doing this, because they want to get more advancements on this card, so it is at some point a lethal trap. So now they have to choose to res this or trash it. If it's an Archer, oh, it's just an Enigma, which is actually pretty good. We got a lot of money for that, mind you, but we can't actually deal with that. The only thing we can't deal with is Code Gates right now. So that means now if we run this, we're not going to get a Los, but we're going to get everything else. So maybe we want to go R&D. We could also just drop with Aaron to find a Code Gate Breaker. Siphon will do it. Siphon will 100% do it. We can, in theory, Siphon into Emergency Shutdown onto the Veritas and then go nuts on R&D. Like, that's really punishing. The only thing is if we lose this, we'll be a bit upset. So let's drop once more. Oh, let's hope we don't lose that. Fire. So this is going to be an issue for them. Oh, we lost our Cipher. No, our Cipher's so good because it lets us break this for savings of 2 credits or what have you. So now we're using our bad pub. It's always good. Like all this cheap ice, it's just technically a liability for them. Like expensive ice also is a liability because we can de-res it. Let's do a run ability and then let's just go ahead. I guess we want to Aaron first, because maybe we'll draw into something better. I don't know what something better is. Oh, we lost connection for a second. Please hold on. Bruh. Sasura is really good. And Exploit's also going to be just ruinous if we get this off. And we'll de-res this thing. We can also de-res this. I'm assuming we'll probably get a Code Gate Breaker. Because like, we can draw either 2 Code Gate Breakers or only 1 Code Gate Breaker, in theory. I don't know. I'd rather de-res this so we can run all central so that we can exploit, and then we'll go here next turn, I guess. I think the worst card is actually Temujin. Isn't that nuts? That's totally nuts. The worst card here is Temujin. Los money. Oh, Los is so fun. Unchecked Los is a fun Los. Okay, so they got that. That's fine. Now they have no money, so all we're gonna do is exploit them. Actually, I don't even know if we exploit them because this could hit our exploit. I think we could just get our Sahasrara down and then just lock them. Not much I can do here, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Just treading water. Yep. And that's the thing is they have lots of money. We have a lot of money. Like we can just afford to de-res their ice. And if they res it, we're gonna get more value from it than it'll probably cost us to put this thing back down. Oh, fantastic. So we can also like just trash the watchtower, which is probably fine. Like pay 1, trash a piece of ice as an operation. That's good. We haven't drawn into any of our multi-access. Also, obviously, Cipher is really good because it makes all this like a lot cheaper. I don't think we need to do that right now. I think I'd rather have them res watch. Nah, at least know what this one is. So they'll trash that. That's fine. So we'll bring this down, and we want to use these credits as often as we can. So I think we can probably just 1, 2, 3, and install our golden for only 2 credits, which is not too bad. Oh, we have another click left. They can't res R&D. This is a snare. It's unfortunate, but we're beginning to unleash the birds. Oh, they can't afford it if it's a snare. What are we talking about? Single axis archer, fantastic. We've gone through all 3 of these forged activation orders. So if they res the archer, we golden it, we de-res it, and they're obviously really not happy with that interaction. So now I think actually like we run R&D. If they res it, we consider de-resing it. Then we run HQ. Then we run this, and we exploit all of their cards. It's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be really dirty if this works. So see, I think you need Cipher in this matchup, not mostly because of the MU, because we run 2 of these, right? And if they res this, oh, it's so much money for us. Like I think you don't res this. 100%. Yeah, I don't think you res this. Seems like a mistake. Like it's just way too much of a credit swing, which is hilarious. Like they res that for 2 credits, and we lose 2, but then we gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the full rig. Rock in a hard place. Yeah. It's a tough choice. I don't think they res it just because they'll go down to 2 credits, which maybe is harder for them to do a lot of other stuff. And if they res it, I think we'd probably just golden de-res it. Okay, no, they're good. So we're going to de-res their swordsman for however much money. Trash Oberth protocol. Yes, please. It's for 1 credit. It's on archives. They can fire snare now, but we do have Aaron Moran, so whatever. Oh, Cyberdex. Yeah, we knew that. And they threw out some stuff. So let's run HQ and let's unleash the birds. So 2 to match swordsman strength. 2 to break. Jinteki on that's been a bit slow tonight. D-res and return to grip. So Kaka, it's returned. Break for 3, and then we'll exploit. Oh, I guess we didn't need to do that because of exploit. Ah, we're stupid. We just got carried away with this bird. Yeah, that's a mess up. You're showing off now. Yeah, a bit. Corporate sales team, that's good. Yeah, we did not need to do that. We could also just power shutdown here, which I think is better value. And I think we'll power shut down to the Enigma, just because that's the one we technically can't deal with as of yet. But we'll probably, with Aaron, draw into our answer. Ka. Yeah, we could have exploited there. That's fine. Now without the breaker, they might consider rezzing this thing if we run it, which is good, because then we can install it for free. Garden server 1. So maybe we wanted to de-res that. Let's see if we draw with Aaron. We draw in another siphon. Yeah, we just drew into another siphon. We also need a breaker, though. Again, Temujin's not something we need in this matchup. Oh, there we go. That's fantastic. So I think we siphon in first, just so they can't fire a trap. If they res, now we can just install our Peregrine for free. Like, in theory, they could res this golden. I mean, not golden, the Marumati. So let's see if they do it. Yeah, they did. Okay, fantastic. So now I think we actually just pay for the Axis, which is not too expensive considering we do have bad pub. And if they can't score agendas, like, things are going to crowd up in hand. That was probably a mistake. Maybe. Yeah, I think it is a mistake, just because now we don't have to, there's no traps that we have to respect besides Archer. Okay, besides what's it called? The news. You know the one. You know the one. Now we can derez this. What's it called? Ghost Town. Ghost Branch. So now we're on server 2. It doesn't matter if we run first or last click. Oh, technically, if we run last click, it's better, but I don't think we need to do that. Oh, that's just GG. Okay. Oh, wow. And we just break this for 2. We could derez it, which we will just for show. But that's probably the last. And Kronos Project. Oh, good game. That was rough. We just sat on the ice. That ice was just good for us. Los gets so much value out of ice. And yeah, we did get the good setup, but like with 12 cards left in your stack, that wasn't too bad. Great game. Thanks. You too. Thanks for it. Los is really exciting. Like that sort of aggression is just something I miss in Criminal. If you play Leela, she kind of plays like this where you have like really interesting and fun plays, but this one's actually at least a more aggressive version of it. And I don't think this deck is perfected yet, and we also did misplay. Like we shouldn't have derezed this, and then we would have exploited this whole server, which means they couldn't have scored. The worst thing that is that we didn't draw is that we are the only multi-axis that this deck currently has is 2 turning wheel, and we could have used those heavily. And otherwise that's pretty good. Like if we have another Sahasrara as well, which is something we install for free, every time they resonate, we gain 2 credits, 3, 4, 5 credits, and then 3 credits, which makes it not hard to reinstall these things that you keep bouncing back and forth. Like that's good. And if they have no money, they can't res ice. And if they can res ice, you make more money. It's cool. It's a cool loop. Thanks so much for watching. This is Hitchcock. I watched that movie when I was 10. I got a VHS from the library. Didn't know it was a horror film. It was a mistake. Thanks so much for watching. We got videos coming out weekday nights, and Thursday 8:45 Eastern is a live stream. Would love for you to drop by. Specifically this Thursday, we're going to be playing a bunch of Los. Thanks for watching. Ciao.